Hello BookTube, it's Ben here from the History Fella channel. I'm here today with, I think it's number 8, a weekly reads video number 8. Basically what I've been reading this past week and what I'm planning on reading the upcoming week. But anyway, I hope everybody's well. Hopefully you've got some nice weather and sunshine here at your place. Here it's a bit... Doesn't know whether it wants to rain because it's been sunny all morning, so the morning's been alright. But I think we might get a bit of cloud and rain this afternoon. But anyway, hopefully you've had a good week. Mine's mainly been getting up to work, getting some jobs done around the house or on the house. And I might have mentioned last time I went for an interview with my town councillor because they were looking for people to step up and become town councillors, so I went along for an interview. And it went quite well. I managed to answer all the questions, or I thought I'd answered all the questions quite well. And then I got an email this morning saying I'd been accepted. So you're now looking at one of my town's new town councillors. So starting that in July, first meeting on the 5th. So yeah, it should be interesting and hopefully quite good. Anyway, getting on what I've been reading last week. First one is Britain's Plot to Kill Hitler, the true story of the Operation Foxley and SOE, written by Eric Lee. I should say it's published by Greenhill Books, and it's priced at £20. It's quite an interesting book, really. The SOE bit stands for, it's gone out of my head, Special Operations Executive or something like that. It was basically a group put together by Churchill during World War II. And they were like a little band of men and women that would come up with ideas for daring raids, different types of weapons and explosives and booby traps and that sort of thing, and it was up to them to kind of infiltrate the Germans during World War II. And Operation Foxley was specifically like a number of plans that they sat and devised about various plots to kill Hitler. But it was a really good read. I've read it, heard about some of the plots, so I knew bits of it. But it was quite an interesting book. In the first half, it tells you all about them plotting between the various armed forces. But then the second half of the book, is like photographs of the actual documents and files of Operation Foxley, and it's quite interesting to read, and kind of gives it another twist to the story. So it's really good. I would highly recommend this. It's a good read. For me, it probably took a couple of nights worth of reading, but it's a good 3 or 4 nights worth. That's Britain's Plot to Kill Hitler, the true story of Operation Foxley and SOE by Eric Hill, and that's by Greenhill Books. Right, the other book, because there's just been 2 this week, because this one's been a bit of a bumper book, a nice thick one. But this one's been looking at the great naval battles of the Pacific War. The unofficial Admiralty accounts of the Medway, Coral Sea, Java Sea and Guadalcanal, compiled by John Green. It's been quite an interesting read, this one. I'm really getting into, because I've got a couple I might read in a couple of weeks' time. I'm getting quite into naval history, and the naval battles in the Far East are kind of, I kind of know bits of it, like Pearl Harbor and what's it called? Midway and Pearl Harbor. Obviously, I've heard about them, and some of the others, you know, bits of. But it was nice to read this book, all about these individual events, and basically the planning that goes in, and just reading about the US Navy. Their ships are just humongous, and it's just a really good read. And when you think about it, these aircraft carriers that you see the US building, they're the size of like small towns. There's so many men and women on board, and the amount of kit and equipment and planes, and it's just phenomenal. So yeah, it's been a really good read and quite interesting. So I'm trying to improve my knowledge of Pacific War and all the battles that went on. And it's certainly a good book. I'd highly recommend that. And that's published by Frontline Books, and it's £25. So certainly try and get hold of a copy of that if you're interested in the US naval battles and that sort of thing. Right, the two for this week are on slightly different topics. I'm going to read Dieppe, A Necessary Failure, written by Henry Buckton. So I'm quite looking for, it's published by Ambley Publishing, and I think this one will be £20. It is. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Kind of, I've read other books before, but it's kind of not one I've kind of delved into deeply. So I shall look forward to that one. And the next one's a bit different. We've got Elizabeth I's Final Years. Bit of royal history. Her favourites and her fighting men, written by Robert Stedall. Now, I don't actually know much about Elizabeth I. I know she achieved quite a bit, you know. What was it? Defeated the Spanish Armada. Was instrumental in setting up the Royal Navy. Probably lots of other things that escape me, but she had many followers, male ones in particular, and Robert Stedall writes good royal history books, so I'm going to hopefully enjoy this one. Hopefully the great naval battles of the Pacific War book, it was kind of a bit formal in places, and when you read royal history books, it can seem a bit aloof, or a bit boring, or a bit, you know, formal, very formal. But actually, I've read a Robert Stedall book before, and he's quite good. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's what I'm going to be reading in the next week. So I'll let you know how to get on with them, or if they're of any particular interest, I shall let you know next week. Other than that, thank you very much for watching the video. If you want to give it a thumbs up, please do. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do that. Other than that, have a great time, have a good week, have a happy and healthy week, and may you all have a good time with your family and friends. And obviously don't work too hard, and I shall see you next week. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you then.